Hi crafters, I have got another mixed media technique for you. So today we are going to be looking at adhering your collage papers, your tissue papers, your napkins to your project without the need for glue. That's right, and no, it's not just water. The great thing about this technique is that afterwards you can use all your wet mediums, your water-based mediums on top without any issue of that glue coming through and resisting. It's so quick and easy, and I bet you've already got this at home. So here's my collage paper. This is one from Tim Holtz, and this is a napkin that I bought. It's really, really pretty, but I intend to use this as well to show you the technique with a couple of different materials. And as you can see here, I've got cling film, known in the UK, cling wrap, saran wrap, you know, there's lots of different names for it, but it's the plastic wrap that you put over your food in the kitchen. You could also try this if you've got some thin food storage bags as well in the kitchen, those sort of disposable ones. Do you know what? My dad always used to wash those up, and I remember he used to hang them over milk bottles to let them dry so we could reuse them. They were literally pennies, but he was thrifty and frugal. So then I've got my tags. Now, if you've not seen the tags like this before, I die cut these from watercolour paper, but these are all then put into a ring binder, and this is my technique tag book, and this is what we are building up in the Mixed Media Technique Taggers group. You can find the group on Facebook, and then you can also find the playlist here on YouTube where I'm showing you all of these different techniques. There's absolutely loads of them there to build up your confidence with mixed media. So I'll make sure that playlist is linked at the end along with the group for you. So we're going to be doing two tags today so I can show you two different techniques. Now the first one is going to be using printed elements. So you want the print to be nice and smooth very often, and you don't want it distorted in any way. So I'm going to take this napkin which has 4 images on it already. So I'm just going to cut out one of the images. I don't need all of them, and of course the whole image isn't going to fit on my tag, but that's fine. I can overlap it and I can tear off the excess later on. Now, while I do this with napkin, I'm going to be separating the layers. Now, napkins are usually 2, 3, 4 ply, sometimes more, but not very often. And this one looks like it's 3 ply, so I've got 3 layers. I'm going to take the very top layer off. So you want your top layer, your collage paper, your tissue to be as thin as possible. So that's my layer, but I'm also going to separate these 2 bottom layers as well. They're plain, but I'm going to use these a little later to show you the second technique, which is, do you know, my favorite. It's actually creating texture onto your cardstock. So popping these onto a tag is so easy. Like I say, no glue. The first thing we're going to do is lay down our wrap. So putting it on, you only need to cover the surface, but just to be quicker, I'm going to cut an entire width here, and you can trim those edges afterwards. So smooth as possible. Make sure there's no air underneath as well, really important. If you have to break a hole in or pierce a little hole in it to release the air, you can do that. There we go. Okay, so I've got my wrap, and I'm working on a silicone mat as well so that the heat doesn't affect my mat here. Now you notice that I've actually got a Cricut little heat press. I'm going to put this on, start that warming up. You can use a craft iron, or you can use a normal household iron. Doesn't have to be a craft one. I just happen to have this here. So I'm going to put that one there. I think that fits actually quite nicely. So that's just beat to say it's warmed up. And then I'm just going to, do you know what, let's trim this down here. In fact, let's tear it rather than trimming it down here, and let's put that there. Okay, and then all I'm going to do, once this has heated up, or your iron has heated up, whatever it may be, is just press this on. Now if you're using a household iron, you do need to be, of course, using the lower settings. You don't want to go in with it really, really hot. Start as low as possible and then work your way up. So I'm going to press this slowly moving. I'm not holding it still in any one place at any one time. And I've made sure that there's no wrap visible from under my tissue that's going to get stuck to the plate of the iron here, or the heat press. So you'll see straight away the areas that are starting to stick to your cardstock. Like I say, no glue. It's so much less messy, quicker if you've got a heat press or an iron in your craft room that you can easily access. I'm going to just press over these areas here as well. There we go. Now, if you try to peel that off immediately, of course, that is going to lift off because the glue, as in the melted plastic, is still wet. So you need to let that cool. But as you can see, that has all stuck down. Once that's cooled down, I can then tear those edges. I can cut those edges. But I can also then, and I think that's probably ready, use my spritzes and sprays over the top. Now, if you've used a glue and you do this, of course, you're going to find that any glue seeping through the collage paper or seeping through the tissue paper is just going to end up resisting. But with this, it does. I get no resist. I get full coverage if that's what I want. So let's cover the entire piece here just to show you. No resist whatsoever, a completely smooth flat piece, so absolutely beautiful. Now, of course, I've just made that quite messy. I will tear off those edges and neaten that up in a little while, but I want to show you an even more fun technique. So I'm going to clean this up. I'm going to reheat my my heat tool here, and then we're going to start adding some texture to our paper. So this time we're going to create a textured background. So we're not worried about the pattern. We're going to use the plain tissue that was some of the layers from the napkin that we pulled apart. So I'm going to scrunch this up really nice and tight. In fact, I'm going to do both layers. So make sure there's lots and lots of crinkles in it. Very gently just open that up. As you can hear, I've already put my heat tool on, so that can be warming back up again. Didn't take long because it's already been on. And again, open this one up. There we go. Try to be quite loose with it. I'm going to put some cling wrap over the top once more. This time I'm not going to overlap the edges. I'm just going to lay it over the top so you can see it done that way. And it's quite handy because it does stick quite well to the silicone mat, so that will hold it in place while you're working. So just laying that thin layer over the top again, pushing it down and just making sure there's no air bubbles underneath because they will affect the grip, of course, otherwise. There we go, and we're going to place this screwed up tissue over the top. So just like so, there's a bit of an overlap there, and I'm just going to press down in the middle and hold this for a few seconds in the same way as we did before, but of course we'd smoothed out our tissue last time. So you can just see that one's pressed down. Let's press this one down as well. And the last thing we want is it smooth, so crinkle it up as you go. This join might need tearing afterwards. Now once again, I'm going to leave that to cool before I do anything like adding some colour to it. Now once again, I'm going to cut around the edges. And now this is where it gets really cool because we have created texture on our cardstock that you can ink and colour with absolutely any medium, because it will take water-based, because you've not got the resist of any glue in the tissue, which is what I found often with collage papers. Is I've used a matte medium or collage glue or even just a PVA glue to stick them down, but that causes a bit of a resist as the glue dries and soaks into the paper, and then I struggle with putting my mediums over the top. But if we just brush over an ink pad now, you will see all that beautiful texture that we've now created on this piece of paper. Look at that. Isn't that just absolutely gorgeous? Now, of course, you could spritz this with water if you wanted to, or you could just leave it like that. If you spritz it with water, you're going to get that kind of start to wash around. The colour's going to move, but it's all going to soak in. So, I mean, how much fun is that? So there's a new technique, two new techniques as such, for you for your mixed media tags. So don't forget to join us in the Facebook group, show us what you've been working on, get lots of ideas from previous videos in the playlist that I'll link just here for you. And of course, if you haven't done before, I'd love it if you could subscribe to me too. Take care everybody and have a lovely day.